Guyana police force responds to statement from lawyer representing Adriana Young's family. Newsroom reports. The tragic death of 11-year-old Adriana Young has sparked national outrage and demands for justice across Guyana. Below is the full statement from the Guyana police force. The Guyana police force wishes to address the misleading statement released by attorney Dexter Todd, which alleges that Adriana Young's father was not contacted by the police to provide a statement. The force categorically asserts that this claim is wholly untrue. Police records indicate that multiple attempts were made to accommodate Mr. Subrian Young. Initial contact. On April 24, 2025, the officer in charge of the Criminal Investigation Department, CID, in Regional Police Division No. 3 approached Mr. Young at the Doubleday Hotel and invited him to visit the station that same day to provide a statement, which he did not do. Subsequent attempts. On May 1, 2025, the officer contacted attorney Darren Wade regarding the family's visit to the station. The family indicated they would come after the funeral. Further communication. On May 8 and 9, 2025, the officer again reached out to Dexter Todd to arrange for the family to provide statements. Other relatives attended, but not Mr. Young. During these discussions, Todd acknowledged the family's responsibility to cooperate with the police. Recent contact. On May 16, 2025, the officer again spoke with Todd about arranging a visit for Mr. Young. Todd replied that he would follow up, but no specific date or time was set. The GPF will respond in detail to the numerous misrepresentations made by Todd regarding his discussions with the bereaved family and the independent investigator, retired RCMP Major Crimes Investigator Leonard McCaution. This raises questions about Todd's integrity, especially since he previously expressed confidence in the investigation, stating, "Your input and recommendation can assist greatly in this matter." The Guyana police force remains committed to conducting a thorough, impartial, and professional investigation into the circumstances surrounding Adriana Young's death. Police investigate possible link between explosions at GPL substation and police outpost. Newsroom reports. The Guyana Police Force, GPF, is investigating a second explosion at a Guyana Power and Light, GPL, substation on Mandela Avenue, Georgetown. This incident, described as having suspicious damage, occurred in the early hours of Saturday. Earlier that day, an improvised explosive device was thrown at the East Ruimveldt police station, blowing off its gate. Both incidents happened around the same time, raising concerns of a coordinated effort. Authorities are examining eyewitness accounts and forensic evidence to understand the full scope of the events. The police force emphasized that these matters are being addressed seriously, with a focus on ensuring public safety. Motorcyclist, 20, dies in Mon Repos accident while doing wheelie. Newsroom reports. Omari Nicholas, a 20-year-old resident of Meadowbrook Gardens, Georgetown, died on Friday afternoon after losing control of his motorcycle on the Mon Repos public road, East Coast Demerara. The accident occurred around 3:15 p.m. According to police, Nicholas was riding a motorcycle with an unknown license plate and was speeding at the time. In a statement, police headquarters noted that he was heading east along the northern carriageway when he attempted a wheelie, lost control, and fell onto the roadway. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Nicholas' body has been taken to the Georgetown Public Hospital mortuary, where it awaits a post-mortem examination. Haslington man succumbs to injuries following accident. Newsroom reports. Jermaine Waldron, a 31-year-old man from South Haslington, East Coast Demerara, has died from injuries sustained in an accident on the Strathspey Public Road. Waldron was involved in the incident around 6:27 p.m. on May 12 and succumbed to his injuries while receiving medical attention at the Georgetown Public Hospital at approximately 10:25 a.m. on May 16. At the time of the accident, Waldron was riding his motorcycle near Lin Min Chinese supermarket when a motor car, PPP 109, made a right turn into his path. Waldron fell onto the road and sustained injuries. He was picked up in a conscious state by bystanders and transported to the hospital. The police visited the scene, arrested the driver, and placed him in custody, although he was later released on bail. A breathalyzer test indicated no alcohol in his system. Following Waldron's death, the driver was rearrested as the investigation continues. Man remanded for Albuistown murder. A man was remanded to prison on Friday for the murder of Chandradio Singh, who was shot and robbed on March 31, 2025, at Hill Street, Albuistown, Georgetown. The accused, Akeem Mullen, appeared before Chief Magistrate, A.G. Faith McGusty at the Georgetown Magistrates Court, where the indictable charge was read to him. The case has been adjourned to June 13, 2025. On April 10, 2025, the Guyana Police Force, GPF, issued wanted bulletins for 3 men: 31-year-old Ryan Goodluck, last known to reside at Lot 928 Hurst Telling, East Bank Demerara; 21-year-old Tyrese Mullen, last known at Lot 25 Hill Street, Albuistown; and 22-year-old Damian Bob, last known at Bear Route, Bachelor's Adventure, East Coast Demerara. The 3 men are accused of shooting Singh while robbing him of his gold chains and an undisclosed amount of money. At the time of the robbery, Singh was reportedly playing cards in front of a shop near the alleyway leading to his home, accompanied by Riaz Ali and Mark Sudu. Singh, who lived at Lot 26 Hill Street, Albuistown, Georgetown, died on April 1, 2025, while undergoing surgery. Sophia Mann on $150,000 bail for obtaining money by false pretense. A 22-year-old man from Sophia was released on $150,000 bail on Friday after appearing at the Georgetown Magistrates Court, charged with obtaining money by false pretense. Leandro Samaru, of Lot 5 Dennis Street, Sophia, Georgetown, faced Acting Chief Magistrate Faith McGusty, who read the charge against him. Samaru was not required to plead to the charge, which alleges that between February 19 and April 8, 2025, he obtained $300,000 from Latifah Marks by falsely pretending he could sell her a food cart. The prosecution did not object to bail but requested that the accused report to the Brickdam police station. Magistrate McGusty granted bail with the condition that Samaru report to the police station every 4th Friday of each month between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. The case has been adjourned to June 6, 2025. Tattoo artist remanded for stealing from YMCA daycare. A 38-year-old tattoo artist was remanded to prison on Friday for allegedly stealing over $200,000 in items from a daycare. Nicholas Choi, of Lot 168 Robb Street, Georgetown, appeared at the Georgetown Magistrates Court before Acting Chief Magistrate Faith McGusty to face charges of break and enter and larceny. He pleaded not guilty to the charges, which allege that on May 12, 2025, he broke into the YMCA daycare and preschool at Lot 106 Kroll Street, Georgetown, and stole various items, including 1 microwave valued at $37,000, 1 black industrial fan valued at $25,000, 3 double bed mattresses valued at $54,000, 1 black water dispenser valued at $25,000, 1 roll of garbage bags valued at $1,200, 1 JBL roll speaker valued at $31,000, 1 small fan valued at $9,000, 1 garbage bin valued at $19,000, a quantity of school supplies valued at $77,000. This totals $277,200. Choi claimed in court that he did not break into the daycare. I came home from work and saw a vagrant with a garbage bin. I asked him what he had, and he dropped the bin and ran. When I went to check, the police arrived and arrested me. I am a businessman, I do tattoos, he said. He explained that he picked up the garbage bin to see what was inside after the vagrant dropped it. The prosecution objected to bail, citing video evidence of Choi taking the items and stating that he had also bathed in one of the daycare's showers before escaping. Some stolen items were found in Choi's garbage bin. Additionally, he has a prior charge for a similar offense. Magistrate McGusty adjourned the matter to June 6, 2025. MMG Fraudster denied bail again. Court hears file still incomplete. Guyana Times reports. Mohammed Ali, suspected to be the mastermind behind a series of electronic payment scams, appeared in the Georgetown Magistrates Court on Friday, where Acting Chief Magistrate Faith McGusty denied him bail on a new fraud charge. Ali, who remains in custody, is accused of posing as an agent of Mobile Money Guyana, MG, to defraud a woman and her teenage daughter of over $700,000. During the proceedings, the prosecution noted that the virtual complainant was absent and the case file was still incomplete. However, citing Ali's history of fraudulent activities, the prosecution argued he should not be released. The court was informed that Ali had previously faced charges for similar offenses and allegedly committed the current offense shortly after being released from another case. Magistrate McGusty reviewed the details and denied bail, setting June 6, 2025, as the next date for reporting and further disclosure in the case. The charges stem from an incident on March 29, when Ali, identifying himself as an MMG agent, contacted a woman in Suriname, claiming her account needed urgent updating. He convinced her to provide her one-time passwords, OTPs, and then contacted her 16-year-old daughter to gain further access, resulting in a $113,000 transfer. The situation escalated when Ali arranged to meet the teenager at Stabroek Market, where he falsely informed her about qualifying for an MMG promotion and collected an additional $625,000 in cash. After realizing they had been scammed, the woman and her daughter reported the incident to MMG, the Stabroek Market Police Outpost, and the Cybercrime Unit. Following these reports, investigators executed an operation on High Street, Georgetown, where Ali was arrested. Several mobile phones were recovered and examined by cybercrime analysts, confirming their use in the fraud. Further investigations included an identification parade, during which the teenager identified Ali as the person who collected the money. Surveillance footage also placed him at the scene, wearing clothing later found at his residence and submitted as evidence. Over the past 4 years, Ali has been monitored by the Criminal Investigation Department, CID, the Major Crimes Unit, MCU, and the Cybercrime Unit for his alleged involvement in numerous MMG-related scams. These schemes include impersonating agents to extract sensitive information and fraudulent activities involving fake apartment rentals, housing plots, and vehicle sales. Investigators suspect these recent charges are part of a broader criminal enterprise, with additional charges likely as more victims come forward. Burbis family dissatisfied with investigation into son's death, calls for thorough probe. Guyana Times reports. A family from West Burbis, Region 5, Mahaica Burbis, is unsatisfied with the police investigation into the drowning of their son, 30-year-old Sadine Habibullah, and is demanding a thorough probe. Habibullah, a fisherman from Kedding Street, Cotton Tree, left for a fishing expedition on May 5, expecting to return within 4 to 5 days. According to his father, Shamir Habibullah, they later learned that Sadine had drowned at sea. The next day, the boat returned without him. When Sadine left, he was part of a crew of 5, including 2 brothers. I went to the coker, and when the boat came in, the crew went past me without saying anything. The captain didn't inform me, and another man eventually told me that my son fell overboard and they had to report it to the Blairmont police station, Shamir recounted. When they visited the Blairmont police station, they were informed that since the incident occurred closer to the quarantine shore, it would be handled by police in Region 6. They were advised to go to the Central Police Station in New Amsterdam, which they did. Arrangements were made for a search party to go out to sea. Shamir, along with the boat captain and 2 others, planned to join the 5 police officers on the search. However, they were told that only 2 individuals could accompany the police. Ultimately, Shamir and the boat captain went with the officers, while the other 2 men were dropped off across the river at De Edward. After crossing the Burbis River, the boat captain left but returned shortly after. Shamir was then informed that he could not join the police search party and has not received any updates since. The family has organized several search parties and has gone to the sea daily in search of Sadine. Shamir questions why he was not allowed to participate in the search for his son, suspecting that something is amiss. Sadine's body was found on the foreshore along the east coast of Demerara, ECD, on May 11th. An autopsy conducted by government pathologist Dr. Nihal Singh on May 13th determined the cause of death as drowning. Shop owner, 45, arrested with cannabis. Newsroom reports. On Friday, police discovered a quantity of cannabis at the East Coast Demerara premises of a 45-year-old shop owner. According to police headquarters, Officers conducted a search and found 2 transparent plastic bags containing leaves, seeds, and stems suspected to be cannabis, wrapped in a black plastic bag. Additionally, outside the premises, they found another black plastic bag containing 25 small Ziploc bags, all filled with similar materials, hidden inside a tire. The suspect was arrested and taken to the police station along with the suspected narcotics. In his presence, the suspected cannabis was weighed and totaled 26.2 grams. The 25 Ziploc bags were weighed separately, amounting to 106.9 grams. Both parcels were marked, sealed, and stored as evidence. The suspect remains in custody as investigations continue. Elderly couple and son arrested after illegal gun found in house. Newsroom reports. An elderly couple and their 28-year-old son were arrested on Friday after police discovered an illegal .38 revolver and 7 matching rounds of ammunition at their home in Alness Village, Corentyne, Burbus. According to police headquarters, officers were conducting an operation in the area when they found the firearm and ammunition. The couple, a 56-year-old woman and her 66-year-old husband, along with their son, were cautioned and arrested. All 3 individuals remain in custody as the investigation continues. Border controversy. India supports Guyana, says High Commissioner. Indian High Commissioner Amit Telung expressed his country's support for Guyana in its border controversy with Venezuela during a press engagement on Saturday. He emphasized that both nations should adhere to the Argyll Declaration and avoid provocative actions. We respect the position of the Guyanese government. We have always supported Guyana and will continue to do so, Telung stated. His comments come amid escalating tensions between Guyana and Venezuela over a long-standing border dispute. Guyana has taken the matter to the International Court of Justice, ICJ, seeking a final ruling that affirms the Essequibo region as its territory based on the 1899 arbitral award. Venezuela plans to hold elections in Essequibo, an area internationally recognized as Guyana's territory, which has been administered by Guyana for over a century. This election, scheduled for May 25, 2025, is viewed by Guyana as a violation of the court's order and international law. Earlier this month, the ICJ reaffirmed provisional measures from December 2023, instructing Venezuela to refrain from conducting or preparing for elections in the Essequibo region. Guyana's president, Dr. Irfan Ali, expressed confidence that the ICJ is the appropriate forum for upholding international law and achieving justice. Telung reiterated that any actions contrary to the Argyll Agreement would not be supported by India. The matter is under consideration by the ICJ, and the government of Guyana has made it clear that it will respect any judgment issued by the court. Any actions against that declaration will not receive our support, he said. The Argyll Agreement, signed in the presence of regional and international stakeholders, commits both Guyana and Venezuela to refrain from escalating conflicts related to the territorial dispute. This includes avoiding actions that could exacerbate tensions in the disputed territory until a resolution is reached in accordance with international law. Despite this agreement, Venezuela has continued attempts to undermine Guyana's sovereignty. Should aggression persist and Guyana seek support from India, the High Commissioner indicated that such requests would be considered. We maintain regular communication with the Guyanese government and will continue to support them if such situations arise, he stated.